Welcome back, guys. So for this chapter, we're going to be adding those details to the frame. So let's select the surface of the frame in the right view and just create sketch. Now let's use our circle diameter circle icon above and let's just reference this circle. Once done, we can now select it and Control C, Control V to duplicate it. And let's just move it down to match this smaller circle. To adjust the size, just click on the circle and just drag it inwards. Now let's hit Control V to make more duplicates so we can copy the other circles on the frame. Let's just adjust these. Let's copy paste this one and just duplicate this one along the surface as well. We can now press pull these profiles. So let's select all of them and let's press pull them. And let's ensure that the operation is set to cut, not new body, and press OK. Now let's select the surface of the cutout circle and let's create a sketch on it. Now let's use our 2-point rectangle to draw a box from top to bottom. Once satisfied, let's just double click to select it and let's rotate it. And let's hit right click, OK. Once satisfied, and let's select that surface and we're just going to press pull inwards. And let's set the operation to cut. Now we're just going to follow this same method for the rest of the circles. Alright guys, so let's go back to the right view. So let's select this surface here and let's create a sketch. Now we're going to be using the line tool, so you can use this icon above or press the hotkey L to go to line. And let's just trace these lines on the surface of the frame. And let's add another line right here. So let's go from this intersecting point to extend beyond the reference. And let's right click, hit OK. Let's end sketch. And let's go to create pipe. And we're going to create pipes out of all these lines we just sketched. And let's set that to cut, hit OK. Let's turn that sketch back on, because after you use the sketch it automatically turns off. So let's just repeat that last action. Alright guys, let's return back to the right view and let's go to create sketch and let's select the plane here, the 2D background. Now we can use the line tool here to kind of create this trapezoid shape. And we're going to be going through the reference here, and it'll make sense later on while I'm doing this, or why I'm doing this. Alright, now we can select this profile and we can press pull this. And let's press pull it by about 0.463. Now change the direction from one-sided to symmetric. Also change the operation from cut to new body and press OK. Alright, now we can round off these edges. Now let's hit F on the keyboard, which is our hotkey for fillet, and we'll select these two edges right here. And let's go back to our right view and let's just pull this down to match the reference. Once satisfied, hit OK. We can now select this surface right here and we can just create sketch. Now let's use our line tool and let's follow this reference. And let's also create this horizontal line right here. And now we can finish sketch. And we'll do now, go to modify, split body, and we'll split this body right here by this line here. And let's turn back on that sketch so we can see that other horizontal line. Now we're going to go to create pipe, and we're going to create a pipe out of this line we created But let's set it to new body. Now let's press combine. We're going to combine this body with this pipe and set it to cut. And with this split body we did earlier, let's just fillet these edges. So it's kind of similar to doing a cut with the pipe, but instead we're just going to round off these edges. Alright guys, so now we're going to hit combine, and we're going to combine these two split bodies back together by hitting join operation. And we're also going to combine the frame with this additional body here, and let's set it to join. Now let's select this surface and create sketch. Let's use our circle diameter circle to reference these little circles. And I'm going to make them slightly bigger than what they are on the reference. And Control C, Control V to copy and paste. Now we can select these surfaces and do a press pull. Let's just press pull them in by a little bit and press cut. Alright guys, so let's select this surface again, and I'm just going to create sketch. Now I'm going to use the Spline tool. This isn't my favorite tool to use, but it's kind of effective for the organic type of lines. And I'm just going to press pull this surface now. And I'm just going to press pull it by a little bit just to get that manufacturer detail here. Now I'm going to fillet these edges here so I can round them off. And evidently there's always going to be errors, but it's just knowing how to go about fixing them or avoiding them. And let's fillet this one more time, but let's fillet the bottom edge so we can get that detail. And since we're filleting right now, let's just fillet the rest of the frame. So let's just go to the top area and round that off a bit. So let's just hit F on the keyboard, which is the hotkey for fillet, and let's just round off this top area. So if I'll just turn on this reference, we'll see. And about here looks fine. So let's hit OK. And let's just fillet the rest of the frame here. Because the reason we're filleting is because nothing in real life is as sharp as this. Everything has some roundness to it, even if you can't see it. Now I'm going to fillet this the firing hole edges. And I noticed it's not filleted in the reference, but I forgot to do it in the previous version, so I'm doing it now. And also fillet these edges of the firing hole separately. And I don't know what this is, but we'll just press pull this out the way. Now let's fillet the outer rings. We can do them all at the same time. You can just adjust them as you see fit.